Good day everyone. My name is Shalini Sunitam. I am working in Bodh University as a lecturer. So now we are going to discuss the topic iteration statements. Iteration statements can also be called as looping statements. And let me tell you what is a loop. A loop is nothing but a repetition. So what do you mean by iteration statement is a looping statement or a repetitive statement. So a statement that can be repeated number of times based on a given condition. But why do we need iteration statements? As you know that if you want, for example, let me say that if you want to print a string in C++, you just use the output statement cout. So, for example, if you want to print the same string a number of times, let me say 1,000 times, are we going to write the same output statement 1,000 times? No, it would be a hectic task. So, to avoid that discomfort, now we have the advantage of iteration statements. So iteration statements are the statements which are used to repeat a particular statement based on a given condition. And now let me show you what are the types of iteration statements that are available in C++. We have three types of statements available. The first one is for loop, while loop and do while loop. So these three have their own advantages. Now let me discuss each of them individually. I will show you the syntax and how to write a program and compile a program using this for loops, using this looping statement. Okay, so let me show you. First, we will discuss the program while. So let me write the syntax for while statement. So while condition, and inside the brackets or the body of the while, you write the statements required to execute the program and you close the bracket. So this is the syntax for while loop. So while loop is a loop which we use to repeat a particular set of statements that are written inside the while and based on the given condition. Generally in iteration statements we have three steps to follow. The first part is initialization, the second part is to check the condition, and the third part is to update the variable. Then only we can repeat a statement based on the given condition. So now let me show you how to use this while statement in an example. So in this example, we were going to, let me open the compiler first. Okay, let me open a new editor window. Okay, here we are. So now we are going to print a set of n numbers based on a given condition using the iteration statements. So let me write the program and show you, and I will explain how the while loop is working in the program. So let me start the program. So first we write the header files. Hash include conio.h. Then we go to the main part, void main. Now we write the clear screens function, and now we are going to declare variables required. So I have a variable n to read the number of digits that are to be displayed on the screen, so that the variable is n. And for iteration statements we need a iteration variable. So let me say that variable name is I. So let me initialize it to 1 as we are going to print the natural number. So it just let me start the numbers with 1. So I have initialized the I variable to 1, and let me close it. So now let me put a meaningful statement, cout, enter number of digits to be displayed. So you give a number of the digits to be displayed, and that particular number of digits will be displayed on the screen. So, and now using cn, you enter the number of digits, and here we are going to write the while loop. Just observe. So while, and in the bracket we should mention a condition. So here what is the condition is the iteration variable is less than or equal to the number of digits. So what do you mean by this statement? The iteration variable I, which starts with 1, should be starting from 1, and it should print the numbers which are less than or equal to the given digit, that is n. So that is our condition, and inside the while loop, the body, we write the statement that is required to display the numbers. So that is the cout statement. So cout I. And as I told you, in the looping statements, what do we have to check? First, initialization. We have initialized the I variable to 1, then we check the condition. So we have already set up the condition, and the next thing is updation of the variable. So here I am updating the variable I plus plus. So I am updating the variable and I am closing the body of while loop. So now we are done with the while loop body. Now let me print the output statement. Digits are sorry as we are already printing the number of digits in the while loop itself, we no need to write the statement again. So let me write one more statement, end of the program. Okay, now I write the getch function and close the void main. Okay, now here we are done with our program. So let me compile it. Okay, it's fine, it's working fine. So enter the number of digits to be displayed. So let me say the number of digits is 5. Okay, so see, the number of digits is starting from 1 and it is ending up to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the number of digits. And how do this happen? While I is less than or equal to 1, let me write and show you. As you know, I is equals to 1 and I is less than or equals to n. So 1 is less than or equal to, what is the value of n that we have given? So it is 5. 1 less than or equal to 5 is true. As if the condition is true, we enter inside the while loop and the statement inside the while loop is cout I. So we print in the first iteration, we print the number 1. Then we have the statement of I plus plus. So we increment the variable I equals to 2. Then again we update the variable, we update the condition. So 2 is less than or equals to 5. As this condition is also true, we enter inside the while loop and we execute the set of statements. So again we have the statement cout I and now we print the output I. So this loop continues till the condition is false. So this is how the while loop will be executed and give the desired result. So this is what while loop is. And now let me show you, let me discuss the do while loop. First let me write the syntax for do while. Do, and we write the set of statements, and after closing the bracket we write the while, and here we specify the condition followed by a semicolon. Okay, so here we are. Now let me write the same program using the do while. Okay, so do cout I, sorry this is cout I plus plus, and here we write the condition while I is less than or equals to n, and with a semicolon. So what is the difference between while loop and do while loop? As you can see, the do while, here the condition is at the end of the looping statement. So even though the condition is false, the whole do while loop will be executed at least once. So that is the main difference between while loop and do while loop. Based on this condition, this situation, the while is known as entry control loop. While is known as entry control loop and do while is known as exit control loop. As we are checking the condition at the end of the loop, this is known as exit control loop. So when we start executing the program, initially the compiler checks the enters into the while loop initially without checking any condition. So it prints the statement cout I, that is 1. Then it updates the variable I equals to 2, and now it checks the condition. So 2 less than or equals to 5 is true. So it prints, again it goes inside the loop, the do loop, and it prints the variable 2. So this is how it continues. So this is how do while works. And now let us see the for loop. Let me write the syntax for loop. For loop, the first thing you need to do is initialize, then condition, check, then update the variable. And inside you write the statements and you close the for loop. The beauty of the for loop is we can initialize, update, and check the condition in a single line of statement. We need not write multiple lines. So it reduces the code of the program. So the for loop is the mostly widely used loop among all the iteration statements available. So now let us deal the same program using a for loop. I'll write the code here. So for initially we have declared the variable int I and n also. So I is equals to 1, I less than or equal to n, and I plus plus. See, we have initialized checking the condition and updation, all are done in the same line of statement. So here we just write cout I and we close the for loop. So what happens is initially I is equals to 1, then it checks the condition I is less than or equals to 2. So n is 5. So 1 is less than or equal to 5 is true. If the condition is true, the control goes inside the for loop and it executes the statement available. So cout I. What is the value of I? It is 1. So 1 will be printed on the screen. After this statement is executed, again the control is transferred to the updation statement. So updation statement is I plus plus. So we increment the variable I by 1 value. So now I becomes 2. I becomes 2. Again we check the condition 2 less than or equals to 5. As this condition is also true, the control again transfers inside the loop and it executes the statement and prints the value. So this process continues till this condition becomes false. So this is how the looping statements will work. So now I think we have discussed all the looping statements while, do while and for loop. And these looping statements are very useful to reduce the code of the program, and for loop is the widely used looping statement in C++. Okay, so thanks you for watching the video. Thank you very much.